Hello, everyone. So, we are headed to the world's #1 home energy and electric vehicle show in San Diego. So, this is one of the biggest fully charged live attendance that we expect for EV owners, potential EV owners. It's a 2-day event. We'll showcase a host of quality and exhibit and attraction, including dozens of exhibition. Thousands of visitors from across America is expected, and we have 2 live theaters and 30 sessions over 2 days. We attended this just to explore what it is like to own an EV today. What options do we have there? All the EV vehicles, most of them should be here, all the manufacturer that is, and including charging station or charger adapters. We will be looking at electric concept as well as look at the possible EV test drive riding across the weekend. So we look forward to meeting other people. The home energy advice team is also here. So how to set up your home in preparation for your EV. We also notice that there are 2-wheeler test track. We might not have time for that, but here's how people are arriving in different type of vehicles. Very cool event. If you haven't attended one before, stay with us and we'll walk you through the whole exhibit, electric vehicle learning zone, as well as much more activities. So this is the entrance. It's $50 ticket. You can get some discount if you plan to attend next time through different electric article channels or videos through YouTube. There are promotional code that can save you about 10 to 20% off the ticket. So first entrance coming through, we see Electrify America. They are definitely trying to rebrand their image, not rebrand the name. Everybody knows who they are. And of course, we have your king of EVs, Tesla themselves, being at the entrance door. There's a couple modified Tesla Model 3 and a Model S here. This one has the airbag and really nice front solar type of glitter in the front tray there. You have your Model Y. And back to Electrify America, they have this BMW up here charging. Well, they're showing that it's charging, but it's not charging. Typical Electrify America, half the charger usually don't work. So hopefully that improves because they are all switching to CCS. And as you know, Tesla cannot charge at CCS in North America. So you do need to get that adapter. If you're interested in the adapter, check out the Henshaw website. They're going for a pretty low price now with the discount code. And they also are showing us their home charging station. This is new. We haven't seen that before. So that's your NEMA 1450 or direct connection to your electrical box, and you have your J1772 plug. Here's some of the chips inside those charging plug. We dropped by a wall box, so you've probably seen this before. They sell a bunch of wall box on Amazon. This is new. This is a larger, it looks like a level 3 home charging station. So this, again, has that CCS adapter. Here's your standard level 2 charger, J1772. This, every time I see a J1772 and a CCS, just reminds me of USB Type A. And then when you jump to Tesla, Tesla fast charging adapter or charging port, reminds you of USB-C. So I think we're going backwards with the charge plug, but it seems like the industry has moved towards CCS, so you just have to adapt to it. And then J1772 is here to stay. It's safe to get this charger or charging station. This will ensure you future-proof your home. But no worries, there's always an adapter. Adapter is always a challenge to remember to have. Either you only have one, you bring it with you, you forgot it to leave it at home, and so forth. So Wallbox does work with solar, just like any other charging station. And there's a bunch of different types of charging station, charging options, charging adapter here at the EV convention. So not only EV vehicle, but lots of charging options out there. So make sure you do your research before you purchase your charging station for your home. There are a lot of good options out there, but definitely know your plugs, know your car, know what they're used for. If you own a Tesla, you know that any other EVs cannot use a charging Tesla charging station, the wall connector. But you can always purchase that fast charging adapter to the J1772. There's also e-bikes that are sitting around, so very neat. Here's another charging station. Haven't seen this before. This is a charging station that also used J1772. So level 2, and it looks like that's a electric bike here. Looks to be your normal 500 watt motor. And this is clean energy for a better tomorrow. Here's a waterproof, looks to be waterproof home charging station. So some of these manufacturers are purchasing these charging station and just rebranding it to their own. So this is a J1772 again. So it's waterproof. Most homes have the electrical panel near your main valve for water for water to your home. So it's good to have waterproof charging station. So this company is ahead of the game, and they do manufacture for Ford, I believe, also for other manufacturers as well. But definitely Ford used this brand and they rebranded to Ford. And this is probably going to be the normal moving forward. A manufacturer will manufacture a station for multiple companies and they would just rebrand it. It's more efficient that way. Then you have your adapter for level 1, level 2, and this is from Webasto. You can see there, VinFast using it, Ford using theirs. Exactly the same. It looks the same. It's just the front logo has changed. So Ford rebranded by just sticking up the sticker in front. Same thing with VFast or VinFast. So you have a digital solution now. You can sync it with your app, so you know how fast you're charging, the rate, you can control that. There's other vehicles here converted to EVs. Very neat. So it's all not just about Tesla or other EVs. There are some customization that you can do to other vehicles. Here's a Porsche that's been converted to electric. Just a lot of things to explore and very neat feature. Here's an interesting concept vehicle. Looks to be very crowded. Definitely a crowd pleaser for sure. Haven't seen anything like this. So great thing about this exhibit is they let you touch most of the cars, but they will also let you sit inside the vehicle for the most part. Definitely cool vehicle. So again, everyone is here. And I would say not just for EV, but just learning about EV is ChargeNet, another type of fast charging. Again, CCS adapter. I think this charging adapter is here to stay. This charging plug. Definitely get your hands on that adapter for your Tesla vehicle, because supercharging network will just get busier and busier. They won't be able to keep up with the demand if they unleash the access to other EV manufacturer or owners. And there's advice, consultation that you can talk to the team about how to set up your house to make sure you have the right charging station infrastructure for your EV. Here's the Mustang Mach-E GT. Looks very nice in this color. One of my favorite color. this other off-roading vehicle that you can get. These are also EV. And then you have more charging station. Definitely lots of charging option, charging station, charging company that are coming out. This is another J1772. So you've seen it, J1772 and CCS. Those two charging port took over this exhibit. There's nothing out there for Tesla other than Tesla themselves. Here's a VinFast vehicle. I have to be honest, I'm very impressed with VinFast, considering how new they are and how quickly they're rolling out their vehicle lineup. So definitely good looking vehicle, I think. I'm not sure about quality, but it's something to consider, something to revisit. Definitely want to get our hands on one to test and drive, and we'll bring that to the channel soon, as well as to our social media pages. And as for other vehicles, modified Tesla, of course, you can't come to an EV car show without seeing Tesla. So these are modified front ends of Tesla vehicle. There's a lot of other Tesla, non-Tesla modified vehicles. We've seen those Mustang, their Jaguars, Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, BMWs, you name it. The Hyundai, I have to say, next to a Tesla or a Mustang Mach-E, it just doesn't look as good. It looks retro, but I wouldn't pay the same price. There's Rivian, as you just saw there in a glance. Here's the Genesis. The Genesis does look decent, considering it shares the same platform as the Hyundai Ioniq and the EV6. So definitely go with the Genesis. Here's a Model X refresh. Rivian R1T. I didn't see a R1S. Was hoping to see a R1S. But here's R1T blackout. They locked the door. Can't go in and see it, but hopefully they'll unlock it later and we'll take a closer look, or at least open the window. And we have, let's see here. Actually, they did open up some of the trunk and so forth. So we'll come back to that later. More Electrify America home charging option. So they'll be rolling this out if not already. And again, J1772. So here are their new charging, fast charging station. Looks very nice. I think it's just too big, too bulky, but the lights are cool. Light seems very futuristic. Probably the attention you don't want to get when you're charging, but that's what they're trying to do, improve the image. If you're not familiar with Electrify America, that's the deal they made with the US government due to Volkswagen scandal regarding the diesel emissions and so forth. So if you're interested in that, check out the website about Electrify America history. Here's an electric bike, something we haven't seen before, and a Cybertruck backpack. Very cool looking backpack. Then you have your Indy EV. This is new. Haven't seen that before. Very interesting look. And then as for mobile charging, there's starting to see options there. Something we will need, especially when you get stranded, you run out of power for whatever reason, you forgot to charge. And there's other concepts, minivans, some interesting concept here. I don't think these will make it to the market, but very Cybertruck look. And this whole exhibit, this whole convention is very large. So there's other type of EV startup. Here's a EV bike. EV bike sounds very neat. We have to see how that progresses, but I'm sure there will be a market for it. Then you have your EV Live. So that's the main broadcast sponsoring this event. Otherwise, very nice convention. everything will be focused on EV as we expected. There's EV options. And if you think about electric, you also think about other off-roading, farming type of equipment for electric. So there's some booth talking about those as well. And as we roam around further, more e-bikes. We found more e-bikes options that you can find for getting outside your EV vehicle or your EV bike. Great alternative. Defeat the whole purpose of exercising, but if you haven't ridden an e-bike, it's very fun. Also dangerous. It can go fairly fast, up to 60, 70 miles per hour on some of them. We're starting to see a lot of Electrify America home charging station just scatter around this convention. I think they're trying to roll that out fairly quick, but with their reputation, I probably let it sit for a while and see how people respond to their quality built and so forth. But so far, been unreliable at the charging station. At least 50% of the charging station works most of the time. So people do take advantage of that when supercharging networks are full. Other old concept converted to EV, old classic gasoline vehicle. Very nice. So you can't tell by first glance. You think it's a gasoline vehicle, but they converted it to battery. More Jaguar, more Mustang GT. So this is the one we saw earlier. We're trying to make our way back to the Rivian to see if we can take a look, a peek inside. But here's a closer look of a Model 3 heavily modified in the looks, not in the performance. It's hard to adjust their performance other than having better suspension, adjustment to airbags and so forth. But so that's pink Model 3 there is from SoCal Owners vehicle. We've seen that vehicle at many car meets and convention before. Here's a Model S, fully wrap. Again, wrap. I'm surprised I didn't see any wrapping business here at the convention. So with the wrapping business booming, especially around Tesla, this would have been their greatest opportunity, but perhaps they didn't get an invite. Lots of carbon fiber on this Model 3. Not a fan of the larger rear spoiler deck, but this one looks decent enough, not too big, and it's proportional with the wider fender and the rear diffuser. So not too bad. Not too bad when you modify the fenders as well as the rear diffuser. So the front end, this is questionable for me, but it just takes away that Tesla look. However, this definitely look more performance, more beefier. Not sure about the efficiency coefficient. I'm sure it drop or it increase with all that body kits on there. Here's a Plaid Model S. Nice wrap. Just very clean wrap. More e-bikes. Here's the EV6. Not as popular as people make it out to be at the dealership. So those dealerships gonna learn their lesson once people stop buying those EV6. Those were being marked up at least 20-30% in some location. I had a friend that was trying to purchase one. He was outbid most of the time over MSRP, but we'll get them back once they realize that that was really not a good way to start. And dealership, if they keep doing that, a lot of the manufacturer will switch to what Tesla and Ford is thinking of doing, is selling directly to consumer. Here's EVgo. So EVgo, one of the well-known charging station, fast charging station away from Tesla Supercharger and ChargePoint. Although I didn't see any ChargePoint representative here, so I may have missed them, but they're also a big player here in North America. Again, CCS. So CCS, Door CCS here at the EVgo. Interesting. So definitely Moving on to CCS. If you're not familiar with CCS, it can charge up to 250 kilowatt, sometimes 350. Most of them are around 50, but 50 kilowatt, for example, you can get about 150 miles of range per hour. So here's a Ford F-150 Lightning. Again, they locked it. I sat in one before, very comfortable. It just feels like a regular F-150, which is the best part. All right, so the Rivian, they had the window open now, so we will take a look at the front. Lots of space, definitely more space than I would say the Model X, for sure, in terms of width and depth. And it does have a power front and a power cargo cover. Quality on the Rivian, always seem to be impressed with them. So this is the R1T. Love this color the most. This truck, although not that big, is present on the road, does look good from behind, from the side, and from front. Interior, this looks to be the premium interior. So it has the full leather, vegan leather. And we came across this vehicle here. Not sure what it is, so comment below. It looks like a Frisker. Yeah, it actually is a Frisker. So Frisker looks like a Frisker Ocean. It's smaller than I expected. So from the photos that they took on their website, I thought it would be a lot bigger, but this vehicle is tiny. Not sure I'm a fan of that. But thanks for watching. Remember to follow us. And if you're interested in any aftermarket products, accessories, check out the link in the description and also use the promo code. Catch you all next time.